guess we just give this a shot.
Yeah, no, it's pretty laid out clear in this here Google document I have in front of me.
Oh, yeah.
My name is name plus personal holiday tradition.
And my name is Lachlan plus personal holiday tradition.
All
And
right.
we're going to make a bad Hallmark movie. No, what's your holiday tradition?
My name is Thom. My holiday tradition is decorating Christmas cookies with my family.
That is adorable. The cookies are cute. I literally just looked at them. Sank is a legend. My name is Lachlan, and I actually did an episode of Coltsmas that I think went up. No, I'm going to date the episode. Went up today. I talked about it in that, so I have to find another one. I forgot.
Eating ham can count as a tradition, Lachlan.
It does. It does count as a tradition, but I was trying to think of something Lachlan specific. I mean, hey, this is gonna sound like a cop out, but honestly, just decorating the Christmas tree. That's a killer time.
It's a lot of fun, especially when you have a bunch of nerdy ornaments like our family has. My father has told my mother to not buy us more ornaments because our tree is too loaded with them.
Because there's too many, and all of a sudden it's more ornament than tree.
Yes, he's more machine than man now. Alrighty. So welcome to the 7 days of Coltsmas. Mm-hmm. Lachlan and I are going to be making a terrible Hallmark movie.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, making that bad Hallmark movie. This is an issue I ran into on the other episode as well. I've not watched a whole lot of Hallmark movies.
I watched a bunch a couple years ago. We were cleaning the house for Christmas because we were actually expecting company that year because there wasn't a plague. Yeah. And we just had it on in the background, and we would just stop and watch these movies and just be like, oh, it's snowing, they're about to kiss. And my younger brother and I, anytime someone kissed or flirted, we would just look at each other and go, nice, and high five.
Nice. True sibling activities.
Oh, yes, absolutely.
My mama and papa, I think, honestly, hold a disdain for like traditional Hallmark movies, so we didn't really watch them. We would have like a Christmas movie rotation. Typically, it was like Elf, Christmas Vacation, Muppet Christmas Carol, my favorite Christmas movie, and also probably one of my favorite Muppet movies.
I mean, it's fantastic. Everyone's like, Michael Caine, have fun with us, and he's like, I will absolutely not do that.
He absolutely will not. He is going to treat it as if he's going to act his heart out.
Absolutely. Listen, this is the work of Charles Dickens that we're adapting, and it needs to be treated with respect.
I don't care if there's a frog there. This is bad. I don't care if there's a frog there. I'm going to pretend that I'm Scrooge himself. There's no bit
Why
here.
do we fall,
There's no
Master
bit
Kermit?
What's the point of lifting? Oh man, I'm not. I got home 20 minutes ago.
Yeah. Some men just want to watch the world burn. Smash cut to Gonzo screaming.
Hit me!
I know you want to do it. Hit me! So we're going to have to include Muppets in our Hallmark movie in some way now that we've done this bit.
That is something that I have suggested every single time I've done a Coltsmas with Brittany and Jessica.
Oh my god. Brittany, Jessica, I apologize in advance for the things Lachlan and I are about to do.
Yeah, we are. I think we're actually going to make a Muppet movie. But the first part of obviously the first part of any movie is the title. And we have some handy dandy generators courtesy of Brittany and Jessica to create that title. So out of you're looking at the sheet right now, right?
Yeah, I'm clicking and tell me when to stop.
Oh, okay. Oh, are we going to decide? Are we going to do a noun first, or are we going to decide on a structure first?
That's a good question, actually. Give me a noun, and then we'll figure out the structure after that.
Okay. Go ahead and stop clicking.
Tongue.
Tongue?
Yes.
Tongue is the word?
Yes, tongue is the word.
That can't be it. That can't be it.
Do you want to call a mulligan?
I kind of would like to call a mulligan.
All right. Yeah, tell me when to stop.
All right. 3, 2, 1, stop.
You're not going to like it.
All right.
It's virus.
No!
This is terrible. This generator hates us. All right. I'm cashing in my mulligan this time.
Okay, yeah. We each get one.
All right. And
stop.
Meat.
This is Unreal. This is unreal. There, meat. A meat for
a meat for Christmas.
A meat for Christmas. The soggy meat of Christmas.
The soggy meat of Christmas.
This is
so.
Oh wait.
It
okay.
has...
You know what? We each get a mulligan. When each of us are doing it. Hold on. I'll start generating a noun, and then you tell me when to stop, and we'll see.
Okay.
We'll see if it beats out tongue, virus, or meat.
All right.
I'm clicking.
Stop.
Ooh, fortune.
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 Ooh, I actually like that. I'm not gonna mulligan that one. I think we got some gold there. It's better than meat. Although I do want to set it in a deli in New York.
Ooh, absolutely. Like a deli owner who is the only human in this Muppet movie.
Yeah, played by Lacey Chabert, obviously.
Naturally.
Yes, because it's a Hallmark movie.
It's gotta be. Yeah. Oh, it's gotta be. I kind of like where we're getting off to at this point.
Yeah. The fortunate meat of Christmas. I mean, it sounds like something the Muppets would produce.
It does sound very Muppety.
So it's like it's got to be set in, like, if not in New York City, then in Jersey, just across the river from New York.
Ooh, I do kind of like the idea of it taking place in Jersey. Oh yeah, a Jersey deli. We got our deli worker who's taken on like a magical treasure hunt by Muppets, or is it like did you watch Unsleeping City with from Dimension 20?
I am listening to that right now, actually.
So it's like the same thing, except it's Jersey instead of New York.
Yeah.
And the Muppets are like magical creatures that normal people can't see.
Yeah, it's the Muppets are, hey-o!
Yeah, exactly.
You're the only one who can see me, Lacey Chabert.
And oh man, oh shoot, and darn, we didn't actually choose did we actually choose the title?
I mean,
the fortune meat of Christmas.
Yeah, the fortune meat of Christmas.
The fortune meat of Christmas.
Or fortunate, I don't know.
Fortunate, I think, makes more grammatical sense, but technically we didn't get the word fortunate out of the generator.
Yeah, we didn't do an adjective, though.
Exactly, yeah. Oh, yeah, well, I guess we do... Oh, I guess, do we choose the adjective according to this?
It doesn't give us any guidance on adjectives.
I think maybe we could just choose an adjective, then.
Yeah, what do you think?
Let's see. Meat fortune. That's not an adjective. Gosh. This is a lot tougher than I remember it being.
Anyway, I did a location thing, and I think Little Ferry, Ferry, sounds like a great name for a town that has magical Muppet Fae in it.
Oh, absolutely. Okay, yeah. Little Ferry. So I guess we just if we call it Holiday in Little Ferry, that is sounding that sounds like such a like basic Hallmark movie.
Yes, Holiday in Little Ferry, and it's about a deli in Little Ferry.
And it's about a deli in Little Ferry, and then it goes on an insane like labyrinth style journey filled with creations that look similar to Jim Henson's fantastical puppets, but legally different enough.
Hello, I'm legally distinct from Kermit. You can call me
from Kermit.
Kevin.
Kevin the Frog, or Kevin the Toad.
Kevin the
Toad.
Kevin the Toad. That's our lead.
There he is. That's the Muppet lead. And then you said her name so many times I cannot remember it for the
Lacey
life of me.
Chabert.
I have no idea who that is.
She is an actress. Lacey Chabert. That's it, actually. Let's describe this woman, because I'm sure she hasn't been described enough in this show, in this season. She was in stuff like Babes in Toyland, direct-to-video. Oh. She was in the film Lost in Space. And then at some point she started just being on...
she was in Mean Girls.
Yeah, she was in Mean Girls, and then she just started doing almost exclusively Hallmark movies for the past several years.
Oh, okay, cool.
To the point where we were listening to Hallmark's XM rather.
Mm-hmm.
Their holiday music channel, and Lacey Chabert would do audio promos. Like, this is Lacey Chabert for the Hallmark music channel.
All right, well, that's good to know.
Oh, and she voiced Satana in Justice League Action.
I wondered, did she do it for Young Justice?
I don't think she did it for Young Justice.
She did either.
I don't see her on here. But she was in Voltron, so we have that going for us.
Hey.
So anyway, so
a lot of those are gonna happen.
Yes. So we're gonna we come up on this deli.
Yeah.
It's like the last week before Christmas. Snow is falling. We see our owner.
She's so
Lacey
busy
Chabert.
Getting all of the Christmas ham orders in.
Yeah, everyone's asking for ham. A bunch of people asking for gabagool because, of course, it's Jersey. You gotta ask for gabagool.
Naturally.
Yeah. Some people who might be the mafia come in, and they're like, "Hey, so we know that you inherited this place when your ma died, and she owed a lot of money. So we're just wondering how you're coming on paying back those loans.
On all the back pay. Yeah. See?
All the back pay. We're not an insensitive stereotype.
No, certainly not.
Certainly not.
Certainly not.
No. Anyway, so and we of course, listen. It's been a really hard year. A lot of people are getting their stuff from the city. I'm already out straight, and I'm still just breaking even. And they're like, oh well, that's a shame. I mean, in the spirit of the holidays, we might give you a few more days, but things are not looking good for you.
Well, it'd be a shame if a brick was supposed to come through your window. Yeah, a brick. Like some sort of thinly veiled threat. That something bad's gonna happen if she doesn't pay it back. She starts panicking. Goes to the town wishing well. The wishing well in the center of town.
Yeah, not just any. Not just any wishing well. It's a wish. We do a flashback to Christmas years ago, where she and her mother are at this wishing well, and her mother is like, "Now remember, sweetie, if you make a wish 12 days before Christmas, the fairies of Little Ferry will make it come true." There's fairies, Mom? Well, yeah. This town didn't used to be spelled Ferry. It used to be Fairy.
And she's like, that's never going to be relevant to me. But in this time of strife, she's like, well, Mom, might as well give it a shot. I'm sunk either way. Goes, throws a coin. And who appears?
And no one. Nothing happens. And she goes,
no one.
I guess it was just nonsense after all.
Guess I could take out another mortgage on the house.
Yeah. And of course, she turns to walk away, and we cut back to the fountain where we see bubbles start rising, and just a pair of big Muppety eyes open on the surfaces.
And
we see a felt hand grab the coin, and a little like happy giggle.
Obviously, she's terrified, doesn't know what's happening. She falls down backwards, crab walking through the snow.
Oh no, she doesn't see this.
Oh, she doesn't see this.
No, she doesn't know this has happened. She goes back to her deli to see that, yes, a brick has been lobbed through her window.
Got it.
And she's just like, oh, what am I going to do now? She starts sweeping it up, starts taping the window shut. And who should walk in but, of course,
Kevin the Toad.
Not Kevin the Toad. Listen, you're rushing the Muppet reveal, Lachlan.
I love the Muppets, though.
Yes, we need to get... them. But we got to have more Hallmark tropes in here. So
actually,
we got to have...
I do have an important question.
Yes.
Is this world mostly inhabited by humans, or is it like Muppet Christmas Carol, where 75% of the inhabitants of Jersey are Muppets?
You know what? I think we're gonna go with it's humans almost entirely, and the Muppets are the outliers.
Okay, yeah, all right.
Yeah,
that really gives us a lot of extra cash to really soup up the Muppets that are on screen.
Yeah, absolutely. This is a Hallmark movie, not a Jim Henson production.
You're right.
So she starts sweeping it up, and who should walk by but her old high school crush who's just come back to town to visit his family for the holidays.
And help out on their year-round Christmas tree farm.
And he's like, yes, absolutely. Just outside of town. He's like, what happened? She's like, oh, it's probably just some kid playing a prank. He's like, you sure? Do you need help with anything? She's like, I mean, if you want to help. No, if you want to help me sweep, it's fine. But, like, it's fine. I'll deal with it. And, of course, they start reconnecting as he helps her clean up. Helps her tape over the window. And she goes home, and as she leaves, we see those Muppety eyes open in the thing, and we see, woohoo! Toady little hand wave, and the window is repaired.
Oh, okay.
So she comes back the next day, and she sees a brand new window, and she's like,
it's a Christmas miracle.
She, of course, calls ex-boyfriend. Who's playing this man, by the way?
That is honestly a great question.
Let me Google Hallmark actors.
I always want to start casting people. That is not the Cult Classics way. We kind of leave it vague, up to the imagination. But this is my first time, so forgive me. Oh, you're good. You're good. Like, I mean, this is kind of a takeover. We're following the format, but we're putting our own stink on it, you know?
Yeah, we got to put our own stink on it. So this is one of those actors who, you know, you might see him and be like, oh, I saw him on the one episode of Law and Order, I think. One of those kinds of guys.
He was a dead body on Law and Order.
Yeah, not even a dead body. He's the one guy who's like, who is too busy working to not work while talking to the cops.
Yeah, a cabbie that's slightly too handsome.
Yeah, like he's you know, look, he's like, listen, I know you're cops and you're here to talk to me about a murder, but you gotta understand, I'm still gonna load these boxes.
Yeah. Okay, so one of them guys. One of them guys.
Yeah, one of those guys who you're like, oh, that's right. I've seen him on several episodes playing different characters. Mm-hmm. I also saw him in an off-Broadway production of Hamilton. And she, of course, is like, calls him, did you replace my window? And he's like, what are you talking about? My window, it's fixed. Did you do that? I told you I didn't need help. And he's like, no, I
didn't do anything.
I didn't do anything, mate. I guess just a good Samaritan, or, you know, maybe a Christmas miracle.
What? Oh, I know that I need to be contributing more, but I am positively wrapped by your narration.
Listen, I'm gonna let you do this next bit because right now we're gonna show her busy day. We're gonna see the mobsters walk by, see the window fixed, and they're gonna be like, the hell is this?
The hell?
Where'd she get the money for that if she can't pay us? Something's up with this girl.
Something's up with this girl. Maybe we're not using high quality bricks. Something along those lines. Yeah.
So, I'm gonna give you full control over our friend Kevin the Toad here, and how he appears after closing time when she's just sitting at the counter, counting money and being like, "It's still not enough."
Yeah, it's not enough to pay it off. Not enough to pay. Yeah, not enough to pay rent.
I have too many hams on. I'm getting more orders for ham, and I don't have. I can't afford to restock it. I don't know what I'm gonna do.
So she's counting the till.
Yes.
She's realizing this. She's effectively narrating out loud, like, "Oh, I'm not gonna have enough money. Pay these guys off. Not gonna have enough money to pay rent on the. She wouldn't. Yeah, she probably owns it if it's if it was her parents, or grandparents or whatever. So she's sitting there, sullen, sad. A couple days away from Christmas, lights go out throughout the entire store. It is like uncharacteristically spooky for a Hallmark movie. And she's like, oh, well, I guess the breaker flipped, looks outside, lights are still on. Huh, that's weird. She goes to go check her breaker, and as she opens the door to the breaker, we don't notice this at first, but the breaker is actually a fairly intricate Muppet. You open the panel, eyes open up, and it's like, hello! And she is obviously freaked out. Falls back, does that crab walk I described earlier. She's freaking out. She grabs a broom to smack it, because this is an alive thing that can be harmed by brooms. Eyes open on the broom, And everything in her shop, not everything, but like a lot of items are effectively being inhabited by these fey Muppets. So it is maybe grotesque, but not quite. In walks our good buddy Kevin. I almost said Kermit. Jim Henson. Hey, Jim Henson Companies. Don't at me. Kevin the Frog. Can't do it. Kevin the Toad. Kevin the Toad walks in, and effectively walks her through what they are, what happens. It's been hundreds of years since we have actually accepted a gift from the well, and it's been a while. Haven't been out. Okay, you can definitely jump in. I'm straight up struggling. Yeah. I'm coming off of a holiday high right now.
No, it's all good. It's all good, bud. He's like, yeah, no, it's been a long time since we've accepted a wish from someone, but
yeah,
seeing your circumstances and hearing your voice, and I've been seeing you come to my fountain for years with your mom, and I could just see how sad and how heavy your heart is, and how could I say no? And she's like, so you're here to help me? You're from the wishing well? Yep. Well, who are you? Well, I'm Kevin. Your name is Kevin? Yeah, Kevin the Toad.
It's like, that sounds oddly familiar, and then they never address it again.
Yeah, and she's like, so the stuff in my shop is alive now? He's like, yeah. She looks up at one of the hams on the shelf, and it just has eyes on it, just goes, it's a living. And she's like, well, I can't sell that. So what do we do now? How is this going to help? He's like, well, it seems to me like you're struggling financially, and also that you're having trouble keeping stuff in stock. So I figured it's time for a little bit of Christmas Fey magic. And he waves his hands. Suddenly there's ham lining her stock room. Mm-hmm. She's like, this is incredible. I don't feel like I deserve this. And he's like, of course you deserve it. You have a pure heart.
That's sweet. Oh, that's actually pretty sweet.
Yeah. She's like, I mean, I don't know how pure it can be. I sell animal meat. He's like, we're not going to gloss over the ethics. He's like, we're not going to talk about the ethics of that.
Let's keep it face value here. Come on, we're trying to do something nice for you. Don't talk us out of it. So yeah, obviously, the store is like entirely lined with meat. Walls are covered all over the place.
Like, there's a mess in the back. Something spills in the broom. Just like, oh, I got it. And the dustpan's like, yeah, put it in my mouth. Yes. Oh, the dust, I can take it.
Yep.
And she's like, that sounds a little like something else.
That sounds like a lot about like something else. That's oddly suggestive. And then from that point, are they going to go on a Fey journey? Because it feels like her issue is solved.
It is.
Or is the rest of the movie like them effectively like going around putting up posters like, we still have ham, come get your Christmas ham, last minute ham?
You're right, we do need a conflict, so we're gonna cut back to the fountain as we see her walk back to the fountain, and she sees her friend there. He's like, hey, I just got done working at the tree farm. Looks like you were out straight today at the ham shop, huh? At the deli, huh? She's like,
the Hammery.
The Hammery. Yes, it's called the Hammery, and it's the sign is a hammer with a pig snout instead of an actual hammerhead. And she's like, yeah, no, just things seem to just be coming together. Mm-hmm. And we see the fountain start bubbling again, and this time a pair of horns rise out of it. And we cut to the mobsters like, I don't know, man. I don't think we're going to be able to keep putting a squeeze on this girl. And then, like, I don't know where she's just getting all this ham from. We'd been choking out her suppliers trying to make sure that we could just repossess the building.
No way they could no way she could be getting a hold of that much ham.
Yeah, no way. And then we hear hoofs, and it's like, but she did. And who should walk in but Muppet Krampus?
Muppet Krampus, yes, absolutely. He
and they're
is
like, who are you?
Jaunty.
And we're like, and they're like, are you the devil? And he's like, nah, I'm devil adjacent.
Devil adjacent, for sure.
See, I am here to ruin Christmas for this woman. Like, that's not what Krampus does. Shut up! It is in this movie.
We're in a movie?
They don't address that, but that's just me riffing on it. You see,
I know,
I'm a ha joke man.
Because you're a comedy boy.
I'm a comic boy sometimes.
Sometimes, yeah.
Yes, he's like, I see a bit of Christmas magic being put to use for this woman's benefit, and honestly, I think we should ruin Christmas for her. I don't know what's his motivation. Why is he ruining Christmas for her? All I know is we have a Muppet Krampus.
I mean, I think Krampus's whole shtick is ruining Christmas. Maybe it's not just her. Maybe it's the entire town. And he's effectively enlisting them to help him ruin Christmas for this whole town.
Yeah, he's like, I'm going to ruin Christmas. I'm going to thwart my old enemy, Kevin the Toad.
Yep.
There's a reason he hasn't come back to this town in a long time. And it's because of me, and I'm going to chase him back into that fountain where he belongs. This is my town, dagnabbit.
You could say that they have a Christmas beef.
Hey, guys, can you come upstairs? I need you to hear this really good joke Lachlan just made.
No, you can't do this.
Mike, come on, buddy. You gotta come up here. What, you guys, it's fine. You guys are busy? Okay, I'll tell you later. Trust me, you're gonna flip when you hear this. Alright, I'm back.
Hey, what's up? Yeah, you muted for a second, I'm pretty sure.
No, it's fine. Anyway, so how is Krampus gonna try and ruin Christmas for her?
I think that...
Because we gotta have that Muppet journey you mentioned.
Yeah, for sure. So what is he going to do with these mobsters? Let's keep it like let's like vague, overarching, like this arc. What happens in this arc?
Oh, they're gonna steal the guy who came back home. They're gonna stuff him in Krampus' sack.
Oh yeah. So generically handsome Law and Order guy is he's like closing up the Christmas tree farm, the year-round Christmas tree farm. We get like a short scene where he's locking up, literally. Yeah,
we get a scene with him on the phone with her, just being like, "Hey, since things seem to be working out for you, I was wondering, do you have any plans on Christmas Eve?" And she's like, "Once I close the shop, no." And he's like, "Well, do you maybe want to come
cut
by
down
my
some
place?
Christmas trees with me?
Come. We're doing a small party at the farm, and I'd love to have you on Christmas Eve." And she's like, "Yeah, it's a date." It's not a date. He's like, "Oh, no, it's just a party, right?"
Yeah,
yeah, exactly.
Other people are going to be there.
Yeah, no, it's just, I'll see you there. Is this a formal thing? And then he hangs up.
And then just completely gone.
Yeah. And he's gone. She's expecting him to visit her at the shop. It's like, we're like a few days out from Christmas Eve now, and she's just, Kevin the Toad is helping, obviously.
Yeah.
But she's like, I wonder why he's not coming by. It's like, and she's texting him and he's not responding. And then the mobsters come in like, "Hey, so we got a problem. Turns out you don't just owe us anymore. Turns out there's a toll on the whole magic business in this town, and you owe someone else." And she's like, "Who?" And Kevin the Toad's like, "Oh no.
Oh gosh.
Oh gosh. Oh geez. What did he do?"
Like, yeah. So obviously they are okay. Do they do anything, or are they just gloating at this point?
They're just gloating. They're like, "Well, so turns out we're gonna have that money after all, cause if your friend Kevin here keeps helping you, you ain't gonna see that pretty farm boy ever again."
Okay, yeah, all right. So she obviously doesn't know what to do. They leave. Kevin,
like,
what do we
Kevin's
do?
Like, "You can't call the police.
Like, why
ACAB
not?
first of all. Second of all, the police can't help in Fey affairs."
And the Fey police were disbanded long ago.
Well, we have to help him, don't we? I mean, you have until Christmas Eve to make your call.
Yeah, they go away. Kevin, he's like, maybe there's one thing we can do. I can't do the voice, but this is Kevin.
Well, maybe there's
right
one thing we can do.
Maybe there's one thing we can do.
It's
we have
risky.
to get the
we have to get him back. You have to go face the Krampus.
We got to storm the castle.
I mean, I don't know. It's been a long time since the humans even crossed over. It's been since your mother.
Oh, twist.
She's like, what? He's like, she was the last person to make the trip, so I don't know. Maybe you can. It's dangerous. No other humans have been able to do it.
Well, we have to try.
We have to try and save him by Christmas. I gotta save my shop for my mom, and I gotta save my... Is he your boyfriend? He's not my boyfriend. I don't know, you guys. It seems pretty serious between you two.
It's not my boyfriend.
It's not a date. It's not a date, Kevin. It's a party. I don't know. Sounded like a date. I'm just saying. I saw him making eyes at you. The dustpan was looking up at him. He saw the way he was looking. Yeah, no, that guy had something in mind. What did you think, Cam, on the shelf? Oh no, he was making eyes at you.
God. The Muppet voices. Hey, if you ever take up puppetry, you could probably get a job at the Jim Henson Company.
Oh God, I hope so.
That's the dream right there.
Oh man.
So they go to the Muppet Fae realm.
Yes, she goes to the fountain. She believes in a little bit of Christmas. She's like, you have to believe. We hear the sound of jingle bells in the background as she face plants into the fountain, and then suddenly she's like going like the opposite. Like it's like that effect with, like, remember in Labyrinth how David Bowie just flips up from that platform?
Yeah, exactly.
It's like that with her coming out of the fountain.
Okay. Oh yeah. That's a good look.
And
I like
she's
that
now in Ferry Town, but the signs all say Fairy Town, and everyone's
it's like
a Muppet.
Effectively a felt copy of Ferry Town.
Yeah, it's like Emmett Otter.
Yeah.
Yeah. So she's like, "Oh gosh, this is all so whimsical, except for that one dark manor on the hill, like where the town church is, in my world." Yeah,
that's Krampus's castle.
Yeah, it's gonna be a hard journey to get there. Really, it's only a few blocks. Yeah, but it's the holidays. It's gonna be crowded as hell. Yeah, so we see her having to avoid agents of the Krampus who have the town who are just like, these evil these evil goat Muppets who are just like, hey, what are you doing being cheery on Christmas? You get back in your house.
Oh yeah, like they're all like full on Skeksuses that are just basically giving them trouble like the entire way over.
You can't do that in this part of town. This is Krampus's neighborhood.
in Cramp Town. No Christmas cheer. There's no decorations. Nobody's being jolly.
Yeah, all the signs, instead of saying Fairy Town, or what was it again? What was the town's name?
I think that the Krampus is
Little Ferry. It was Little Ferry.
Little Ferry.
Yeah, instead of Little Ferry, it's crossed out and it just says Krampus Town.
Yeah, exactly. It's Krampus Town. Yeah. Or the Krampus District or something like that.
Yeah.
And
District Krampus.
District Krampus is. That's it. Nailed that.
Yeah.
This movie is a lot. This is a roller coaster.
Yeah, this isn't a Hallmark movie. I don't know what we've done. Brittany, Jessica, I'm sorry.
I'm also sorry. This is bonkers. So yeah, they make their way through,
and this happens like more than halfway through the movie because we don't have the budget to do this for long.
Oh yeah, no, this is like not a super long bit.
This is the climax of the movie, is her arriving here, and it's in all the advertisements, so everyone thinks it's the whole movie.
And then it's like the beginning is like surprisingly Hallmark, and then it takes an insane turn. It's like two separate directors were trying to make different movies, and they were like, well, I mean, I get we spent all this money, we might as well put it out. And
listen, ever since we robbed that Muppet truck, we've had these just on hand. We got to do something with them.
Got to do something with them. Otherwise, got to throw them away, and I just can't. I don't have the heart.
Yeah, listen, I know we were planning to just bury them in a hole in the desert and then light them on fire, but I don't know if I have the heart for that.
Their eyes are too soulful.
I named this one Kevin.
And that is the behind the scenes birth of Kevin the Toad.
Yes. So we found that truck that turned over and had Muppets in it, and we stole some.
Directly from Jim Henson.
Yeah.
God rest his soul.
Yeah. So we have a few whimsical side jaunts. I don't know. I'm gonna do a whimsical side thing. You're gonna do a whimsical side thing. That's the structure now. So she walks by a diner that is run by a giant man-sized Muppet like Sweetums, who of course has the Jersey accent. He's like, "Hey, forget about it. Try a pancake special. Have a bacon, egg, cheese, salt, pepper, ketchup."
Yeah, and that's the entire interaction. There's a bridge. There's a bridge with a big old troll. Actually, it's that situation where they're like, oh no, oh man, I wonder who's coming. Huge shadow cast on the wall, and it's like a Rizzo the Rat type.
Hey, you want to cross this bridge? The bridge? Well, you're gonna have to pay a toll, and that toll is a Christmas Carol.
And then they sing the most perfect rendition of Wham's Last Christmas.
And of course, he sings along. He gets into it. He's like, "Ah, yeah, that warms my heart. Yeah, you can pass.
You can get all through here."
Now be careful. The other side of this bridge is Krampustown.
They make it into Krampustown. It's even drearier. Basically, it's just a lot of like long shots highlighting how sad this looks compared to the rest of Little Ferry. And then they get to the manor, right?
Yep. And Krampus is there, and the guy is in a cage, a oversized cage.
A comically oversized like bird cage hanging from the ceiling.
How does she defeat the Krampus? Because we can't do a fight scene in this movie.
It's definitely not a fight. Like it could be Guardians of the Galaxy like dance battle to save the universe.
No, he's like, I believe he's like, "You're just doing this for yourself. You made this wish for yourself, not for Christmas's sake. You have no Christmas spirit. You don't deserve the things you've wished for. Christmas is for selfish people only. Christmas is just about presents and just about money."
There we go. Yep. bringing a lesson into it.
And he's like, "You don't have any true Christmas spirit, and only if you did could you defeat me and prove yourself worthy of your wish." We just see her just crumple, and then we cut back to the fountain scene from her. We cut back to the flashback of her at the fountain singing "Hark the Herald" with her mom.
Yeah.
We cut back to her, and she just starts gently singing it, and the Krampus is just like,
"No.
What is this?
It can't be.
It can't be. You're the descendant of the woman who came here."
Do they have like a fun fantasy name for the mom? Like
the other Christmas visitor.
The visitor. I actually like the visitor a lot.
You're the daughter of the visitor. And she's like, "Listen, I know that I may have I didn't make that wish for myself. I made that wish for my mom. She poured her heart and soul into this shop, and there was nothing she loved more than Christmas. I don't care if the shop closes after this. I just want, if I just have this one last Christmas running the store for my mom, that'll be enough." And the Krampus is like, "Well, my stony heart is moved."
Stony Heart is moved. He starts pretty hard to get in like Muppet. Like I don't think Muppet technology has come far enough for them to like melt, but his like hostile exterior does begin to melt.
Yeah.
And inside is Santa Claus.
Yeah, a Santa Muppet. He's just like,
it's a Santa Muppet.
Yeah.
Very similar to Ghost of Christmas Present.
Yeah. "You've proven yourself worthy of your Christmas wish. And you've reminded me of what Christmas is all about. Thank you." And the mobsters have just been standing there this whole time. "Excuse us. What about our money?" He's like, "Oh, well, turns out you're on the naughty list." And he puts them in the cage instead.
Perfect. Yeah. So yeah, they're in the cage. Lumberjack and unnamed ham vendor are reunited. They do go to that like Christmas Eve party,
and of course they kiss,
and they smooch underneath a Christmas tree.
There's some mistletoe. They look up, her eyes glitter, and they kiss. And he's like, "I am probably gonna have to go to therapy after being kidnapped by Muppets."
He's like, "Yeah, me too." Me too. How do you feel about couples therapy?
And of course, to close out the movie, she goes back to the fountain with him, and Kevin's in the fountain, and he's just like, "Well, I guess I'm gonna go home. You don't need me anymore. You found the Christmas spirit to make your shop succeed all your own. The magic was in you all along."
The magic was like, it's the friends we made along the way. Yeah, I get it. I've seen those movies.
Yeah, and she's like, "But I'm gonna miss you, Kevin." He's like, "Oh, I'll always be around as long as there's Christmas cheer."
Oh, I like that better. My thing was too cynical for her to say.
Yeah. What were you gonna have her say?
The thing that I just said, like, okay, yeah, friendship was the treasure was the friends that we made along the way, etc. Like, she was being cynical. Never mind. Your thing was definitely better.
I thought you, Lachlan, said that, not the character.
I haven't been putting on voices. That's my cross to bear, though.
Oh yeah. So we cut back to the shop as she starts, putting things away to close for Christmas break with the boy. And as she leaves, we see that one ham on the shelf turn with the eyes and just wink at the camera. Credits.
That's perfect. That's it. That's the movie, baby.
Oh my god. I'm
also,
sorry.
We didn't say it, but all of the intermittently, there have been musical numbers. We just didn't tell you where they are. But that's just use your heart to tell you where the musical numbers are.
Yeah, there is a Dominic the Donkey number with a Dominic the Donkey Muppet, but you have to figure out where that is for yourself.
Exactly. Oh man, I 1000% cut you off a second ago. What were you saying?
I said I am sorry that I did most of the work myself, and
you were carrying a lot, and I actually really, really appreciate it. And like I said it earlier, I genuinely was rapt. That was choice.
Thank you so much. Oh man, that was a weird improv exercise.
Yeah. I think I definitely mentioned it. I feel like I could do more. But I'm coming off of 3 days outside of my own apartment, and I got home 20 minutes before we started recording. But this is a good Muppet movie, but maybe not a good Hallmark movie.
I mean, we got some of the Hallmark tropes in
there.
The
Hallmark stuff was in the beginning for sure.
Yeah, listen, it's Coltsmas, baby. We can go all out.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
Listen, and if Brittany and Jessica don't like it,
we're just not invited back next year.
Yeah, it's fine. This is gonna be my only appearance on this show. Oh boy.
Hey, real quick, what was the final decision for the name?
The name was Christmas in Little Ferry.
Christmas in Little Ferry, yeah. That is such a Hallmark name. And
we included the meat from our noun generator.
We did. We found a way to work meat into it, which if this wasn't like if we weren't trying to make a Christmas movie, I think we could have gone I'll do the pun. Could have gone hog wild with it. Were this any other
guys, you're not gonna believe this. Lachlan just gave us more gold.
Oh jeez, I think I'm only capable of generating meat-based puns.
It's fine. that is plenty enough. There's so many kinds of meat. You're good for life.
That's a deep well. I could keep reaching back in there.
Yeah, and your hand's gonna come up sticky with more meat juice, but you're gonna have more puns.
And it's fine. The meat juice is a byproduct of the puns.
Oh yeah. So, is there anything else we gotta do? Or just
we just gotta sign off. But yeah, this was the making of Sure to Be Hit on, I don't know, CISO. It's gonna come back from the dead and it's gonna be a hit original flick on there.
Oh, if it's on CISO, then the Christmas Tree Farm. Sorry, if it's gonna be on CISO, not the Christmas Tree Farm boyfriend, the Muppet's gonna be voiced by Travis McElroy.
Oh, perfect. Oh, you know what? That's it. Yep. I would ever so love to go back and just cast all of our characters, but I don't think we have time for it.
No.
So yeah, this has been the making of Christmas in Little Ferry, and this has been the 6th day of Coltsmas.
Cult Classics is part of the Pocket Podcast Network, and you can also find shows on the network like Green Mountain Mysteries, where you can hear me play Albion Graves.
Yeah, you can also find the backlog of episodes because I have been negligent in my podcasting duties of the Ghoul Tank, fun little podcast. Me and Jay invent monsters, and we like to think it's funny. Yeah, find that anywhere you find podcasts. You can also find Cult Classics on Twitter and Facebook at Cult Classics PPN.
Thanks to John S. Quinn Puerta for our extra special holiday intro and outro music. And remember,
Don't look a gift horse in the mouth. How synced do you think that was?
Not at all, but you can fix that in post.
Oh, I think we might just leave it the same. Really just mess up the episode.
Absolutely.
Bye, everyone.
Bye.
Pocket Podcast Network. Quality programming right to your pocket.